Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcom and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right podcast. I'm your host, Malcom Reed, joined by my lovely and talented wife, Miss Southern Shell. We got Tyler on the boards, and we even got Miss Ireland sitting in. She's learning the boards with Tyler.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing all right, I hope?
Yeah, doing great.
Great, man.
Yeah, good. Hey, before we get started too much, I was going to say, if you're checking this out on YouTube and y'all haven't subscribed to the podcast channel, it's a totally different channel than How to Barbecue Right. It's the only place that we do the podcast. So if y'all want to know when we do these, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. I've never said that, but Tyler brought it to my attention that we don't ever tell anybody to subscribe. So that's for the YouTubers, y'all subscribe. Well, I guess people watch the How to Barbecue Right channel, and that's where their main channel.
Yeah, that's where we used to put these podcasts.
Yeah, and we did. We kind of transitioned over because these podcasts are more long form. You know, it's an hour of us sitting here talking, hanging out, talking all things delicious. What we're doing, but the How to Barbecue Right channel is more just our recipes and things we're doing like that. So we were told it might be best interest to go ahead and divide them up, because you got people that want the podcast that might not care about the recipes, and you got recipe people that don't care nothing about the podcast. So split it up.
Yeah, we also have a shorts channel too, where we're putting kind of.
What's up with the shorts channel, Tyler? Is that just where the fun stuff goes?
Yeah, so all your fun recipes.
Basically TikToks. Yeah,
it's like YouTube's version of TikTok. So instead of just doing them on TikTok, we do some short stuff on there too.
Yeah,
that's a channel. If y'all hadn't seen the Shorts channel, y'all go check it out too, because
you have like hours of content.
You can get lost in the Shorts channel.
Yeah,
like it just goes one after the other, and they don't take. Most of them are minute content.
Yep.
So
and they're full recipes too, so y'all can learn.
The recipes in the description on any of that stuff, or is it not?
No, you don't.
I thought I did the recipes for those.
We're getting there, guys. We
will.
will.
The plan is to do the recipes on those. Well, see. So that's my thing with TikTok, and we're going to talk about TikTok today. It is a way, it's totally different than the recipes that I do for YouTube, because those are like tried and true recipes. I want you to be able to take that stuff and make it for your friends and family.
But it's also a learning thing. Like
it's more
how
learning.
To manage your fire and how to,
TikTok stuff is just fun stuff that I decide, hey, I'm going to try to cook this and see how it does. That's where all the crazy stuff comes in, and making drinks and all that. So I honestly have a lot of fun on the TikTok channel, because usually just me and Tyler record them. And I'm like, man, let's do 4 or 5 TikToks today. So we'll go to the house, and I'll just, what are we cooking today? And it's, something cheesy, something sweet, a drink.
Got a ranch packet in there.
Yeah, throw ranch in there. Just basic stuff you can go get at Walmart or wherever. And so it's a lot more fun. And the idea I had for it when Tyler first brought TikTok to us, it's been last January.
Yep.
I think.
Almost.
Was that's going to be my kind of test and tune platform. Like if I make a recipe on TikTok and it's developmental, but we go ahead and get some content out of it, that I may take that and do a full-blown how-to recipe with it, or a variation of it.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of tell when something like that takes off. Like, you probably never see me do just a regular cream cheese recipe on YouTube, because
or
it's not
a casserole or a dessert. You don't do those things on your
YouTube channel. But on TikTok, it's perfectly fine. And who doesn't like to eat them? So.
But that's kind of goes with us saying, like, you did that pulled pork potato for the main channel because the other one on the TikTok did so successful.
That was a good example, yeah. And sometimes we can get like some TikTok footage off a big video where it may not be that, TikTok, you're not going to do every single thing and spend the time and explain why you did it and, how the grill's working, because you don't have time. It's limited. It's a quick view. It's a quick watch. It's meant for that. So the main channel is better for long, I guess we call it long form. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we've been calling it. I don't know what the correct term is. Speaking of TikTok, you hit 1 million subscribers.
We did. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. So Tyler, when he first told us about TikTok last year and said, "You guys want to try it?" I was like, "Man, I'm not dancing on camera. That's all I thought it was.
Whatever.
I thought it was kids doing their little hand jive dances, and all that stuff. And I was like, man, nobody wants to watch me do that.
I wish we went that direction.
You wish we would have. But
You sounded so old right there. Them youths doing them hand jobs.
I'm used to it. Hand jobs. But that platform has transitioned over. So really, Tyler, what we started doing was you were taking older footage that we had and just kind of turning it into a 1 minute kind of video for that platform.
Yeah, so that was kind of our trial runs is, I took some of the best content that you guys had over on YouTube, some of the stuff that did really well, and some of them got split up between like 1, 2, 3 videos for people to watch, part 1, 2, and 3, and that's what people were doing back then. And then it kind of formed, once we started filming organic content just for that channel, it kind of turned into this thing that now it's just recipes. And one of the great things about TikTok and your TikTok recipe specifically is like, I know we don't provide a recipe, but sometimes I like that because I feel like it leaves interpretation for the audience to make it there.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's always been my thing too. Like, yeah, you can see me using the products I use or whatever, the ingredients I use, but really the technique is what it is. So if you know that, hey, I'm going to throw this on this smoker at this temperature or whatever, put this stuff in it. The rest of it's up for interpretation.
Yep.
If you want to substitute flavors or any ingredients any kind of way, go for it. Just that's what makes it fun.
I was very like TikTok.
You didn't like TikTok at all.
I'll tell you what changed. We were at some event and a couple of young people came up to me like, in the early 20s, guys in the early 20s, they're like, yeah, I saw a bunch of Malcom's recipes that I wanted to check out. And they started naming off the TikTok recipes. Yeah. And I was like, wow. That's when I was really like, wow, we're reaching a whole different audience.
You held TikTok. Off, like didn't even download the app. It's like, yeah, y'all go ahead and play on TikTok if you want to.
Now I'm addicted.
Yeah, now every night, Shell, what are you doing, Shell? It's time to go to bed. I'm in there TikToking.
That's like my stress relief.
Just scrolling through.
Yeah, just give me about 15.
Sometimes I wish it would like
minutes.
auto go. That's the one thing they need to have like a option on TikTok, like if you're on somebody's page, because sometimes I'll like if I see a video I like, I'll go to their main page and want to watch all their videos. Well, they don't autoplay. You've got to actually swipe.
Yeah.
So if I could just check a little box and it would just play that minute one, play that minute one, play that minute one. But you don't have to leave it on all the time. It would just be like an auto feature.
That's swiping. A lot of work.
Huh? That swiping's a lot of work. Your thumb don't get sore, do it? That's going to be a thing. Watch. There's going to be people going to some kind of physical therapy over TikTok thumb. Swipe thumb. Yeah. You're going to have all this carpal tunnel. These thumbs are going to be jacked up, 10, 15 years from now. People are going to have these old crooked thumbs.
TikTok
calloused up.
Now that you mention it.
I can't be the only one. I don't have one of those old button-looking things on the back of my phone that people hold that's supposed to help them.
Yeah. I've never had one of those
I hold it the old school way, and it makes your hand. I mean, if you're sitting there for an hour on it, and you get in like this loop.
Yep.
Where time doesn't exist, and you're just flipping through stuff, and the next thing you know, you've went through 1,000 videos. I've tried my best to get to the end of TikTok. I don't think it's possible. It's like you thought the internet was vast. TikTok's got so much stuff on it, you can't get to the end of it.
We challenge you.
Yeah.
I got those gamer thumbs, like the youth gamer thumbs from the analog stick.
They're strong.
I'm good.
They're strong, man. I bet you could thumb wrestle. I didn't think about that. I'm used to the old D-pad controllers. That's the one I do to play. When they brought out the thumb controllers. Messed me all up on my video games.
I hate playing video games with Michael now because there's so many options. I'm used to A, B, up, down, left, right, left. Yeah.
Maybe a little corner action if you hold it down just right.
No, I want square.
Oh, you want the square?
A, B, up, down, right, left. So.
But we did hit 1 million on TikTok, which is crazy, in 11 months.
It was more than that, but.
More than what? More than 11 months, because we really didn't even.
We started.
You go back and look at the first one I shot. Like Tyler recorded me.
Yeah.
But when did you start? Like you didn't start working for us till January, was it?
No, full time, yeah. But I did contract work for you guys, and so the first experiment started because I had asked Austin to ask you next time he sees you at the bar to mention it or whatever, because I didn't have a meeting with you guys for a while. And so I went ahead and I emailed y'all, secured the handle, and I went ahead and took I guess that is
told the guy at the bar next time they're up there.
Next time he's up there.
He wasn't there a lot, guys.
It was fine.
So I sent
Wait
y'all
till
an
he
email.
gets getting drunk.
And then lay it on him.
Tell him about this TikTok.
So I went ahead and emailed Shell. I was like, hey, I got the handle. And I went ahead and uploaded a video just to like see how it did. And that one, I mean, surprisingly did really well. But I also think TikTok's algorithm pushes out like your first couple of videos pretty well and then sees how those perform comment and share wise. And then that determines your place in the algorithm. And so all of our videos from then on out, I mean, yeah, we were only getting like 50 to 70,000 at first. But that just kind of escalated and escalated. And March is really when it, in my opinion,
when it started. So
that's kind of when you really started making videos.
Yeah. So it really hadn't been 11 months of making them. Those were all just cuts off old footage.
Yes.
Yep.
And then when we really started, it was after our grand opening or about that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were we even doing them that many before the grand opening? Like film, Mac?
No, if anything, we probably filmed once when it was still a little bit cooler outside. And then Stale Cracker came to town. We shot some. We hit 100,000 around that time period, and then
it just took off from there
steadily since.
We've been watching because it had hung out at like 950. Like we hit this freeze on it. We're still getting pretty good views, but it was like the followers weren't coming. But we've ramped them up for I guess the past month, and
yeah, the last couple of videos that we put out did really well.
Yeah,
who knew that nobody has uploaded barbecue spaghetti on TikTok before?
I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
That was a
really good video too. So do you want to talk about your favorite TikTok videos, or do you want to talk about what you did yesterday?
My favorite ones. We'll do both. Yes, but also no.
Yes, and also no.
Which one do you do first?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. The favorite TikTok video. It's probably either the pizza dip or the little pizza sliders.
Oh, really?
That's
like
so
the recipe that you like the most?
Yeah. Are you talking about which TikTok channel I like the most?
No. Let's talk recipes.
Yeah.
Mine was the bacon jam over the cream cheese.
Really?
Smoked cream cheese.
That one was so ugly, though.
It was ugly. I'm not going to lie.
It was good. It was
delicious.
That was part I think Matt Pittman was the first one that I saw do
smoked cream
cheese. It was either him or somebody in the meat church community had shared it, and I said, you know what, that sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just doing like, let's just throw some cream cheese in there and score it and cook it. And I was like, no, we got to ramp it up a little. So I, cooked some bacon and used that bacon fat on the outside and then seasoned it up. And then it's like, I made the bacon jam and then we topped it with the Captain Rodney's glaze on top. And it just took a warm cream cheese dip to another level.
Really, you can warm cream cheese up and put anything on top of it. I think it would be good.
Yeah.
But
that's like jam. Poor man's brie. It really is. Like Philadelphia cream cheese, poor man's brie.
I think I like it better.
You think? Hey, we were at a wedding and they had this whole cheese and sausage, charcuterie type spread on this it was like an outdoor wedding. It was really cool. It was Brian and Whitney's wedding down in Mobile, and they had all different kinds of cheeses, but they had some that were served with these chutneys on top, and it was just. I'm pretty sure it was just cream cheese.
Yeah.
But man, they were good. Like they had the fancy brie and different kinds of soft goat cheese and things. But that cream cheese was my favorite.
Well, the reason you weren't sure if it was cream cheese or not, they let it get soft and molded it into like a round.
Yeah. So but it was just cream cheese. It didn't
look like a big old block of,
Yeah. But if you just want to, if you want to throw some you don't even need a grill to do the warm cream cheese. You could do it in your oven. It doesn't take long. I mean, it's nice with that smoke element on it from the grill. But just warming it up,
I agree. Yeah,
smearing it on something, or dragging a chip through it. God, it's good.
You also did one where you used apples and
caramel.
That
was a dessert one, and I used the cinnamon toast crunch, cinnamon sugar.
Yes.
God, that one it's like a dessert version.
It was really good too.
And you can serve that with those little cinnamon cracker sticks or animal cookies or something like that. And, man, you can go crazy over that one. Anything you can turn into a dip like that, it's so good.
I know.
Those are most of my favorite.
Did that one do very good on TikTok?
Which one?
The apple cinnamon.
Yeah, it was almost 1 million, 975.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think anything like cheesy, because the mac and cheese was a big one on there, and you can't go wrong with smoked mac and cheese.
Well, you also did a Flamin' Cheeto mac and cheese.
That one was good too, man.
So you used Velveeta, and then you used a very spicy.
It was a habanero jack cheese that we found at Kroger. And then I thought that was good too.
Yeah, and you you kind of made a roux, added your noodles, and then topped it.
And built it's a mac and cheese casserole.
Yeah.
I love casseroles. I mean, that's probably why I like Thanksgiving so much. It's casserole season. But
You do love a good casserole.
and that's what TikTok's like. I'm not going to do all these casseroles on How to Barbecue Right's YouTube, but on TikTok, it's casserole deep, casserole talk.
That's how we can get away with doing it all year long.
That's right. That's my way of getting to eat casseroles all year long. I got to make some TikToks this week, Shell. 3 of them are casseroles.
I'm surprised you hadn't done your no peak pork chop or no peak chicken or whatever.
Oh, it's on the list. Yeah, it's on the list.
Because that's one of your favorite casseroles.
No, it is. Don't peak chicken.
Yeah. You also did a bologna that did really well.
I was going to say the scored bologna.
Yeah.
That one, and where I sliced it and then put it back on there and glazed it up, that was going to be one that I would have to say was one of my favorite ones. My favorite ones are my favorite things like that I like to eat.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty much anything cheesy.
What was your favorite drink that you did?
Man, the pineapple whip. We drank those all summer. Like that's the summertime. That was the drink of 2021 for us.
I had all my girlfriends
drinking the whip.
Doing the whip.
It got to work doing the whip. Yeah, we were doing the whip.
No, we would say we're doing the whip, and then later you do the nay-nay.
Yeah. 2 whips and you will be nay-naying. There's no doubt about it. That one's good. The Flaming Dr. Pepper is always good. I burnt myself up with that one.
It wasn't
we did that on TikTok?
Yeah, it wasn't so bad when we did it, but Mikey told me that you did it at a separate occasion and light yourself on fire.
Yeah, whole arm on fire. That's like a TikTok probably banned that one. That's like drink at your own risk.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody. They banned some worse stuff. What's some of the stuff that we've had banned?
An Irish car bomb.
Oh yeah, they did not like. I did not know that was offensive.
Yeah,
that was like, man, I really get those. Like, first ones I probably drank was Charlie's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think people thought you named it, and it's like, no, this is just an American drink.
Maybe it's a Southern thing. I don't know, but it's a drink, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
At bars ever since I've been drinking
people
Guinness.
Order them.
Yeah.
Especially around like St.
Guinness,
Patrick's
Jameson, and
I knew about them before I even knew you. So
that's right.
And then we had one during the crawfish season where you put the crawfish on and you try to drink your Miller Lite before.
Oh, was that being cruel to animals?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I was cruel to crustaceans.
Cruel to crustaceans.
I didn't do anything to the. Well, I did bull his ass. But there, he was just hanging out. All he knew is he was my buddy at that time. Hey man, what you got on that Miller Lite?
We're just drinking.
Yeah, that was before I put him in the hot tub.
Yeah, but the funny part is if we had shown that would have been okay. It's silly.
Yeah, you could dump them in the hot water, but you can't put them on a beer can and take a drink.
You can cook it.
Yeah.
That was too much, Malcom.
Yeah, it's too much.
But that's it, really. I mean, we haven't done anything like too off the wall.
Yeah.
You do this one drink where you kind of do a Tennessee sunrise.
That one's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a tequila sunrise.
It really is.
Whiskey.
It's orange juice, grenadine, and whiskey.
But it's better to me.
Yeah.
Tequila sunrise.
I can't. I don't know all the drinks I've done. I started working in a bunch of them.
The Jack Apple one, that one was good.
That was good. The Haymaker.
Yeah.
That was a good
Haymaker.
one.
That one was good.
But you started doing something where you put the hot sauce on your Miller Lite.
Yeah.
With the Grande Gringo. Was that your idea, or did you get that?
No,
from somebody?
I got that from Fergalicious because he said they were doing them out in Arizona or somewhere. He went out there to do some classes, and they were doing it with like tahini and a Mexican hot sauce on top of the beer, and then the lime. But I don't think it was like with a Miller Lite. I think they were doing. I don't know what they were doing it with beer wise, but
You just took his idea and rednecked
I was
it.
like, yeah.
That started like a little revolution, though. Like in the Let's Get to Cooking community, everybody started making them.
They're so good.
And stuff.
I mean, I don't know how good they would be like in the wintertime, but summertime it's hot. It's really good.
You also did a white sauce recipe.
The Alabama white sauce,
Yeah.
kind of the Mississippi version of Alabama
Yeah.
white sauce. That was really good.
I
I've
still-
done a lot of wings on there.
Yeah, a lot of wings. Well, you're a wing man.
I'm a wing man.
You did the what was this? The Jack Daniel's pecan. Ooh,
Ooh, yeah.
little preview.
That
Jack
was like
Daniel's
casserole.
pecan cobbler.
Yeah.
And then you used my whiskey cream sauce on top.
That's right. Ooh, man.
That was my favorite dessert.
Did I do
That
just
one
a
was-
separate recipe on the whiskey cream sauce? Because
I don't think
You
we
could put that
did.
stuff on all kinds of stuff. It'd be good on pancakes.
Yes.
We definitely said that we wanted to come back to that to show everybody.
The salt, and we never did.
No,
I
salt.
need to
The
do that.
recipe
Well,
on
I
the
need
website.
to do. So I need to do the bread pudding because I've never done the bread pudding on TikTok.
Yes.
That's a great one to do. And that sauce is specifically, it's a white chocolate kind of whiskey sauce that is really good on bread. That's where I got it from. I did. What was man, I can't remember.
It was a white chocolate bread pudding.
Yeah, I'm trying to with the white chocolate chips. Our judging friends shared that recipe with me. Man, I can't.
Miss Rita.
Miss Rita. Yeah, they her and Mr. James are judges like NBA. They judge KCBS and SCAs too around here. And she said, man, she brings it to. There's one contest that they go to. They travel down somewhere in Mississippi, and they always have like a judges potluck where they bring stuff. And that was the one she always brings. And she said, you should do a video on it. And I said, well, I've never done a bread pudding like that. Why don't you, if you share the recipe with me, I'll let everybody know that, you gave it to me. So I took her recipe.
And added whiskey.
I took that whiskey and did a little variation on it. And man, it's good.
Yeah. So the white, I call it my bourbon white chocolate sauce.
Yeah.
But it's a package of white chocolate morsels, a cup of heavy cream, a little melted butter, some bourbon, and some salt to kind of balance it out.
Yeah.
And I have before added like some cayenne or some heat to it. Not enough that you know
could
it's
do
hot.
it with rum. You could do that with, with
Ooh, that would be
schnapps or
good.
something like that. You could make different kinds of white chocolate sauces that would go with that.
Do you think like
Really
a Jack Fire or a Fireball?
Yeah, that
type
would work too.
in it?
Fireball work. It's a little. It's
To give
sweet.
you that cinnamony-
Yeah, but rum. I mean, like a real dark rum would be really good in it.
A rum sauce would be good in
Yeah.
a bread pudding too.
I was thinking like fruitcake with a rum sauce. How do you think that would be?
You need to do a fruit cake.
I've never done one, but it can't be hard. You just
Smoked fruit cake. That's a great idea.
I could do that. I would do it like except how you get the little candied fruits or whatever, soak them in
I think
rum
that's how
or
you
something.
do it. Yeah.
And then put it and make it's just a bun. Like you could do it a bun or a loaf or whatever. I might have to do that for Christmas. That's one if you want to give to somebody. You give them a jar of the white chocolate sauce to drizzle over for warm fruit cake.
Because there are some terrible fruit cakes out there.
Oh, the old canned ones or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're horrible.
But
No, what's the worst one is the log. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
It's like my
old
granny
dry.
always had one. I guess that's what old people gave each other. You get your fruit cake?
and chocolate covered cherries.
Yeah, chocolate covered cherry, the box.
Yes.
Queen Anne's. And then the fruit cake, it's like looks like a sleeve of crackers or something.
Yes.
It's rectangle and long, and you're supposed to slice it and serve it. Oh, it's horrible.
It's terrible. But a good
horrible.
fruit cake. I've had a
Yeah.
good fruit cake. My great grandmother used to make one that was really moist and
So if you work up that recipe,
Juicy.
I'll work up the stuff to go with it and make
Okay.
it better. I just need the basics though. Wait, so do you start with can you start with a cake mix or is it just like
I don't know.
flour and stuff?
I've never tried to make one.
Or do you make it like you do a banana bread where we're going to figure this out.
Yeah.
Fruit
Yeah.
cake
yeah.
is something we're going to figure out. It's going to be a loaded fruit cake. That sounds like a TikTok recipe.
A loaded fruit cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had just good fruitcake before.
Yeah, if
I
you've
mean,
never said one, wow, that's good fruit cake.
only the ones that y'all said.
What if you did it without putting the fruit in it? So it's just like rum cake, and then you put the fruit, the macerated fruit with whiskey or something over it, and then the
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah,
And so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of different.
Yeah. It's almost deconstructed.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying what about a cake without, or what about a fruit cake without the fruit? And then we'll add frosting, and it'll be really good.
It'd be a different take on a
That's
fruit
what I'm
cake.
talking about. Let's take the fruit out.
With white frosting on it.
Buttercream.
Throw it in the pellet grill. Done.
Because the fruit they use is like these little green and red jellies.
they're-
It's not even really fruit.
It's some kind of cherry, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I've got to research it. I've never sat out and said, let's make a fruit cake. I mean, it really just popped in my head. It might be good though.
We'll figure that one out. One thing we did with TikTok this year for April Fools. Do you remember that?
The April Fool's TikTok?
Yes.
I don't remember it. What was it?
An Impossible Burger.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that now. Man, that got a lot of controversy and people watching it too.
People still watch.
Because I threw it in the garbage. Like I did this whole serious recipe on how to cook this Impossible Burger, and then I just threw it in the garbage. I had this big, juicy, cheesy burger that was, I mean, There's no way you can say Impossible Burgers
Yeah.
close to that burger.
And then we released the regular burger recipe on YouTube at the same time. So
Did we not throw it away on YouTube? I don't remember.
No, so
crazy.
the
I
YouTube
can't-
video was just how to make a delicious, juicy burger.
Yeah, the impossible part was just for. I was thinking the other day. Michael asked me what I was doing for April Fools this year, and I said I got to think of something. I couldn't remember what I did last year. It's gonna be hard to top that one.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
it's hard to
even.
top that
because
one.
people are gonna be looking for it. You know,
So you got to catch them off guard. You can't do like can't use the same
do
format.
it like you can't do it on April Fools. We'll have to do something though.
And something that you did that I've seen a lot of people do, but it was the bacon wrap pickles.
Yes, those
Those
are
are really good.
I want to revisit that one with our crawfish pickles because they're already chunked and you make like a little package. I think that'd be really good.
Make it kind of like a little chip, bacon wrap chip
Yeah,
sort of
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
Mark's
It's really
been doing that. He's
Yeah.
been wrapping them the rounds instead of spears.
That's what I was thinking for those pig shots. Like I feel like a pickle would be good in that. Like I kind of at the bottom as a base.
Yeah,
And
I can
then-
see that.
So talk about the pig shots.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
And that's as easy as it gets too. It's like a round of smoked sausage, and you take a thick slice of bacon and wrap around it so it leaves a void in it, and then you make up a little cream cheese mixture. I made these little cream cheese truffle balls like you make for appetizers, and then put that in there, and then you cook it until the cream cheese gets all nice and gooey, and the bacon gets cooked on the outside. And then I like to glaze them, and then make a little indentation and top it off with a little more sauce when they're done. It's just the best little bite. You got bacon, sausage, cream cheese, and salt. How can that not be good? I've seen a lot of people do those too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that
It
was
is a
definitely a
delicious
2021
I
trend
don't.
for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done the pork belly burn ends on TikTok. That's one that'll probably be a big one. 'Cause, I mean, I've seen people do them. I've never done my version.
We had a pork belly in our freezer, and we've defrosted
Yes,
it
we
out.
were going to do
tried
it
to
for
cook
something.
it.
We were going to use it for a class or something up here, wasn't it?
No, it was an event.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
The comedy show.
Yes.
But it had been freezer burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get one. So I can get them from Compart. They've got the best.
We do have a pork belly recipe yet, but it's like one of the recycled ones. But we've been having people ask in the comments that they wanted you to
They
do
want
that,
it.
So
I
Yeah.
think that would be
maybe
really
I need
good.
to. That might be good around Super Bowl.
Yeah.
yep.
See how January's shaping up.
You've done
I'm about to shut it down for the for deer season.
You've done two versions. You've done a pork belly burn in and a bacon burn in.
Yeah.
The problem is you can find
can't-
pork bellies.
But you can't find the whole bacon one.
Yeah, you can't find uncut
Well, we could
bacon.
do how to turn a pork belly into slab bacon.
Ooh, that's hard.
No, it's not. It takes 7 days. And then you cut that up and cube it and make the bacon burn ends.
We haven't tried it in a very, very long time, but back in the day when we tried it, it never came out just right.
I have done it. It's good. It's good.
Trust the system.
Trust the system. Trust the system.
One thing, you did a bacon wrap meatball, which a lot of people do, but we use raw meatballs.
Yeah. That was a pretty big TikTok too.
Yeah.
Man, that's changed my meatball game. Buying those, they come in this little tray and they're already done up for you and they're not cooked. And
They're
man,
meant for spaghetti.
Yeah. Oh, is that really? Well, didn't they have an Italian style and like a
Home style.
home style?
Yeah.
So you could have put them in brown gravy or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were really good.
Yeah.
Those wrapped in making moink balls with those is, man, they're
Way
excellent.
better. Way better.
Yeah, than the frozen ones.
It gives you time for your bacon to cook on the outside, letting that raw meatball
pork
cook.
Yep, that's right.
And they're really good. And there's nothing to it. Do you do anything to it? Do you just wrap
Season
it in bacon?
And season it a
then
little
season
bit.
it?
Toothpick it and season it. Yeah.
And did you glaze it at all?
Yeah.
And then glaze it at the end?
That one, did I do like a Asian sauce on it? I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You could do different stuff with them though. But I think
No,
I
you
might
did
just do
barbecue style.
sauce. Just dunked them.
And
I
they
don't
make
put
like
them
a
back on that.
bigger ball too.
Yeah.
So.
I know another one that was really good was the lollipop chicken recipe. That was one of my
that was a
favorites
good
too.
one. I don't know. We've probably done way more TikToks this year than we did YouTube videos
Probably.
because it's
They're
faster
faster.
to edit and they're shorter, so it doesn't take as long. And
So we have 156 videos, which for all year long is 365 days in a year.
wow,
So
that's pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah. We
That's
do that next year. I'll
surprising.
be happy.
We also did one where we did a hot dog tossing contest.
You know, one of the funnier ones I thought, I don't know if it got much traction, was Tyler brought those cookies. and I think we did the Cookie Monster thing, the Cookie Monster song.
Only 157 1,000 people watched that one.
That's a great one, I thought.
That's Austin's call picture for you now when you're looking at.
Oh, is it? Looking at the cookies? I liked it when you did the camera to where it looked like I was, the camera was in the box and I'm looking over in it at the cookies.
Speaking of which, I was not impressed by those crumble cookies.
They're crumbly. You can't pick them up. They pile as much crap as sugar as they can on top of them. And you could barely cook. If you could have seen me making that video, it was like all I could do to keep it in my hand to try to eat it. And so I was doing it like to where it'd go nom, 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 and it'd all fall apart. I didn't have to do anything, just breathe on it. It was all coming apart. Looked like I was destroying it.
It was just the cookie. It was
just a cookie.
It wasn't that good.
They're very fluffy. Like I don't
know if they need like another egg in them or they need to cook just 5 minutes longer or something.
The icing was really good on top, but
see, and most of theirs don't have it, and that's what I've told Ashley is like when we go there, 'cause she loves it, she's addicted to it, she's fallen for the game, and I've told her that when we go, like I always have to get one with frosting because that's like what makes the cookie for me. That's the only way I'm. Other than that, I'm just kind of like,
yeah.
And it has to be buttercream; it can't be cream cheese.
What was the one that was in the malls? That's the one when I think
Great American Cookies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I still as soon as you said that, I smelled it.
It's like a visual thing, isn't it? It's like, oh.
I get that all the time.
Those were good cookies, man.
They have one at the Tanger outlet, and I go,
oh, really?
Pretty I have a guy there. Let's put that.
I got a guy. Got these fresh chocolate chips for you, Tyler. Come on over to see.
It'll be like next time you catch Tyler at the cookie store.
I'm gonna make a loop around. I'm gonna put you a fresh batch in. You just go ahead and go to Nike store or whatever. I haven't been coming out. You got 9 minutes.
But yeah, we've had a good year on TikTok, and you two have done excellent.
We just did. We got some new ones. What's the last one we released?
So we had
the wings. The wings.
Oh, those wings were some of my favorite
Kansas City
wings.
style hot wing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I did them on the drum. I took whole wings and separated them, drums and flats, and just seasoned them. I seasoned them kind of like I would ribs, like a little AP, a little barbecue rub. Put them on the pit, smoked them for 30, 35 minutes till the rub got set. And then to wrap them like you wrap a rib when you get the color right, I put them in a pan, cut up a stick of butter, brown sugar, honey, half a bottle of hot sauce. Covered them up, stuck them back on the pit for another 30, 35 minutes. So we're only talking like an hour and 10 minutes. It was 300 degrees. And when they come out, man, it made this awesome wing sauce, just like it does in a rib pack. And you take them out, let them drain a little bit, and dunk them in some barbecue sauce and set them on a rack and let that sauce glaze. You treat them just like you're cooking Kansas City style, St. Louis cooked
Is that
ribs.
what you did? That was your plan?
Yeah, that was it. That was my St. Louis take. But with the barbecue sauce, I took the other half of the bottle of hot sauce and mixed it with the barbecue sauce. So it's kind of like a barbecue wing sauce, having that hot sauce element.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, that might be my new chicken thigh recipe for a KCBS contest.
We used to run a little hot sauce in
the sauce just to give it a little,
old chicken.
You could add, so if I had that to do over, I would add just a little bit of butter in the barbecue, the finishing barbecue sauce, and it would give it just a little bit more richness. But man, the wings were tender, they were smoky. It was a really, really good hot wing.
And this was also your Monday night
wing recipe. Yeah, I've been doing these. Every Monday, I try to put out a new wing recipe.
But that one was one of my favorites. The skin was not crispy at all, but it was like melting your mouth right through.
I just the bones jumped out.
Yes.
I didn't tempt them. I have no clue. If I had to guess, they were probably about 185, 190 internal, where I like a wing. And if you want to try a good wing recipe, that's one to do.
If you'd have told me like
you do it on any grill, too.
I'm gonna cook these wings this way with this much sugar and this much honey and all that stuff, I'd have been like, that one's not gonna be my favorite.
Because I didn't flip them around in the honey or anything, but it just kind of all melted and
it was
glazed them.
It was one of my favorite wing recipes you've done this year.
I guess you could do some boneless wing, like chicken tenders or something like that way too. I know it'd work on thighs. It'd be pretty good.
Sauce was just good.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Recreate that for some boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Grill them a little bit with the seasonings and then put them in there and get them tender and then throw them back in there and sauce them.
Would you do it on the drum?
You can do it on any grill as long as you got that temperature the same. It doesn't matter.
The drum gave them a nice smoky flavor.
Yeah, you get that smokiness from it, which I didn't even add any extra wood. It was just lump charcoal.
Yeah.
But you get it because of the way that it drips down on the coals in the drum.
You also did your barbecue pulled pork egg rolls.
Yeah, so I cooked this butt. What were we cooking that butt for? The spaghetti. And I knew, I was like, okay, I'm going to have 4 or 5 pounds of pulled pork when I did that pork butt. For the spaghetti, I just needed, a pound or 2. So I still had plenty left over. So what can I do with this leftover pork? And I was like, well, let's do some egg rolls. So something different. Did you start searching and there wasn't hardly any barbecue egg rolls? Or yeah, that was another one of those where there wasn't that many. They're not doing that great on TikTok.
Yeah, it's been on your list and your radar for a while, but it's not really a recipe you want to put on your main channel.
We did them. Didn't we do them on our main channel a long time ago? I know we cooked some. I've cooked them before.
Yeah.
But so my thinking of was that it's kind of appetizer-y, football time that makes a good one. It's easy to do. You just get some egg roll wrappers, a little egg wash.
How hard is it to roll them?
Not hard at all. It's easy. I kind of cheat. I bought a baggage of coleslaw, it's just cabbage and carrots shredded up. Added I don't know, probably big ham, maybe a pound. I don't even know if it was a pound of pulled pork, was it? I mean, it was just probably about equal amounts, slaw and meat. I kind of chopped it up a little bit more to where it wasn't just so stringy, and then added a little sesame oil and a little soy sauce. That's all the seasoning I put in it. Toss that around. You lay your egg roll wrapper out, put you a little bit of that on there, roll it up, seal the edges with the little egg wash, and then fry it in 350-degree oil. And it takes longer to roll up the whole bowl of stuffing than it does to cook them all because they cook fast.
Could you prep those?
Yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't. You probably prep them and freeze them, and then bring them out and fry them. But while I did that, I still had some more pulled pork. Said when I go to China, when I order takeout Chinese, I get egg rolls and I get cream cheese wontons. And I said, what if we make pulled pork cream cheese wontons? And so it's basically like an egg roll, just add cream cheese. So it was like, what I did, a block of cream cheese. Did I add onion to that? I think I added green onion, the whites of green onion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I chopped up the pulled pork pretty fine, made me a wonton stuffing, and I bought the wonton wrappers for that one, and you just kind of fold them up. Now, those are a little bit trickier to fold up. I had never done that.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, this looks like it's going to work. Tuck this in, fold it, and flip it, and try to seal it up the best you can. And it worked. None of them came apart on me.
Yeah.
And you fry them the same way. But to dip them, the first one for the egg rolls, I did like a spicy ranch.
Yeah, you just added some.
We'd had some leftover homemade ranch from one of the Monday night wings, and I said, how can I kick this up? And so I used some of that Louisiana Pepper Exchange cayenne puree, and we put a good bit. When Tyler was like
two heapings.
It says one teaspoon is the amount of one cayenne pepper. We put heaping globs and started up. It was probably a cup of dressing with 2 big scoops, but it wasn't like burn you down at all. It had, I was like, man, I'm onto something here.
Delicious.
That's an easy, spicy ranch.
I like that pepper puree.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's got a good flavor to it, and it's not too hot,
Yeah. And with the wontons, I did, traditionally that comes with a little cup of red, sweet and sour. It's like ketchup, corn syrup, pineapple juice or something.
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me make a barbecue sweet and sour.
Now that
was good. It was really good. So I got me a can of pineapples and syrup, used some of that, used some pineapple juice, used barbecue sauce. Well, it was vinegar sauce, wasn't it, that I used for that? Do y'all remember? Yeah. And started up and made a barbecue sweet and sour, and those were really good. The egg rolls were good in it, too.
Yeah. Michael loved that. He likes sweet and sour sauce. That's his thing.
So he thought that was the jam.
He loved the
I think we did.
Did
we do a video, or did you get the footage of just making the barbecue sweet and sour?
Yes.
We just hadn't released it yet.
No.
Probably that might come out after the wonton one. Because we try to stay a few ahead. Because you can do TikToks. You're not just going to do one day. Usually we do 3 or 4, sometimes 5.
It's not as big of a production, so we can knock out more at a time.
We can knock them out. So I was like, I know it's too much to make the sauce and do the wonton in the same video. So that my goal was, I know somebody's going to ask, how do you make that sauce? So I said, Tyler, just record that and we'll separate it out. So it probably won't get that many views, but it'll be an answer to somebody asking how to do it.
And we're fixing to actually go film more. Doing some Thanksgiving
ones. As soon as we get through this, time to go do some Thanksgiving turkey talks.
Doing turkey, doing a casserole.
Yep.
A dessert.
I'm gonna do fire sweet potato pie. fire. I don't want to say fire.
Whiskey fire.
Yeah, whiskey fire. But I didn't call it. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Sweet potato fire pie.
Fire
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. But and then I've got a drink in mind too. I want to do. I've seen it before. It's not like I invented it, but it's using Jack Daniel's fire and cider, like apple cider.
Heck yeah, that's my drink.
Yeah, but you like it hot. I'm not gonna do it hot.
You're gonna do it cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. You could do it hot. Just heat up the cider.
Yeah. I love a good.
It's cold out this afternoon. I might do it hot.
I love a hot apple cider with some.
I'm doing hash brown casserole.
Whiskey.
Hash brown casserole too.
Well,
It's my second favorite casserole.
what's your first?
I was sitting here thinking, I don't know yet. Probably my favorite casserole is chicken spaghetti a casserole.
It could be.
Get down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to do that. Did I ever do chicken spaghetti?
Nope.
I don't think
I
so.
need to
You
do
did
that
the
one.
Doritos.
Yeah, I need to do regular chicken spaghetti. I could do turkey tetrazzini. It's pretty much turkey chicken spaghetti. It's rotel
With
noodles,
leftovers?
chicken and turkey.
Yeah, Thanksgiving leftover series. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good.
I was thinking a turkey pot pie on a pellet grill. That'd be good.
7-layer turkey casserole or something. You got,
7 layers.
do you know one that I would do that I hadn't had in a long time, and just because I want to do it, is your cornbread casserole thing. It's a
The
cornbread
layered
salad.
cornbread.
Yeah, do you remember how you did that? That's so good.
It was good.
It's with ranch too.
That's what makes it good.
If my mom asks us to bring something Thanksgiving, that's what we're bringing.
Okay.
We're going to bring like the turkey, the ham, and that. Yeah,
I usually do my sweet potatoes
yeah.
or my mac and cheese.
Cornbread stuff is what people used to call it.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't just substitute stuff with something else.
Well, guys, congratulations on 1 million subscribers to TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, I got Tyler gave me a little plaque because I don't
Yeah.
guess TikTok gives you jack, but it's going on my wall right next to the YouTube one.
Yeah, I started looking into it. I was like, surely they do something.
They don't do nothing.
nothing. They're just like, just pat on the back.
So
I did look it up. Like of all the TikTok accounts, how many have 1 million?
Yeah.
And it was like 0.56%.
Wow. So less than 1%.
Less than 1% have 1 million followers.
Half of a percent.
So that's think of all the people on TikTok. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
A lot.
How many YouTube videos have 1 million? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay. What the percentage is there?
Yeah. Tyler could probably figure that out for us.
Yeah.
You can run the Googler.
So tell me what you did yesterday.
So yesterday, I got to go, and I know people know Corky's Barbecue. It's a Memphis barbecue institution, but it's also a worldwide.
It's distributed
brand.
nationally,
Yeah.
I know, right?
And so we got invited to come check out their operations, and they have. So it's not too far from the airport. because
Well, we got called out for talking crap about.
I didn't talk bad about Corky's ribs. I like Corky's ribs. And as a matter of fact, their catfish is one of the better catfishes around
That's true.
too.
That's true.
But
We had bought their frozen ribs and used it for a photo shoot.
yeah.
Yeah. And so
And-
they called us and was like, our frozen ribs that you buy in the grocery store are good.
They are good. Yeah, I'd say they are. But I got to go see how they're made.
Yes.
And so Mr. Jimmy Stovall, he is the CEO, president, head man in charge of Corky's now. And he's been with Corky's for over 30 years, I think. I guess he started like just in the restaurant, managing the restaurant or working in the restaurant. But he's moved all the way up to where he owns the company. And he invited us to come check it out, a personal tour from him. And so we met him at the, I guess it's kind of the warehouse district over there, not too far from the airport, where there's a lot of commerce going on like that. But he's got refrigerated warehouses, freezers, cook space,
How big is
distribution.
the-
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
I'm talking like you've seen the big warehouses in Memphis.
Yeah.
2 of them.
And we didn't even see all of them.
Yeah, we didn't see all of them. Like one of them, he said, "I can't take y'all there; they'll kill me." Because it was like, so they do. Not only do they sell on their website, Corky's does QVC. They do, shipping, distribution to all the retail. Everything is done in Memphis. That's the only place they have. So you can imagine it's like on average, he said shipping out, I think it's 25,000, 30,000 orders. And I didn't sign no disclaimer. He didn't ask me not to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. But it was like just on an average week, they'll ship out 30,000 orders.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But then on like peak weeks, and they have like 6, 8 of them a year, like 2 week periods. Yeah. They'll do $100,000 in a week, and they're doing 2 back-to-back weeks, 8 times a year.
So what are they shipping out aside from ribs?
Man, I asked how many proteins they had, and he said, what did he say? Over
15 to 22.
Yeah, different proteins that they do there.
Wow.
Plus, I guess they do sides too. But see, they don't just not only do they do ribs, they got turkey. This time of year, they're doing turkeys. We saw turkeys, hams. They do a lot of these dinners in stores now where it's like you might get a pound of meat, some apples, and some baked beans, almost like in a TV tray looking dish.
It's like a fancy Hungry Man.
Yeah, it's like a fancy Hungry Man. There, we saw them doing all that. I mean, it's like, so they bring it in raw, they cook it, they get it to the appropriate, like you got so long to get. They have a USDA person on staff all the time that's like there. So everything's by the book that they has to be when you're serving that much, when you're serving food like that, shipping door to door.
100,000 orders.
It's not, so not only they do like B2B, like all the retailers, Walmart's, Target's, Kroger's, anywhere that's selling Corky's, they do their own like customer. And then they do the QVC stuff, that's where their big orders comes on. Cause I think he said he's on QVC 56 days out of the year. Yep. So that's over once a week, That's once a week plus 4. So probably special holidays. Yeah. Special holidays. They may do some different stuff, but then, so there's doing, I mean, I had no idea Corky's was doing that much. And they started out, they were one of the first, the early pioneers of shipping food straight to a customer's door.
Yeah.
Because we were in Memphis, they had that connection with FedEx being here. It was easy for them to overnight ribs. So what was happening was they were having people flying into Memphis, whether they're on business, tourist, or whatever, they're coming to the restaurant. They would eat at the restaurant and want to get some of this food to go home. And so since FedEx was there, they figured out a way that we can package it, get it in the coolers, the dry ice or whatever.
Did he say when they started that? Did he give you like
had to be
year or timeline?
87, 88.
Wow.
Because so there used to be this restaurant in Memphis called Public Eye. And it was it was like Rendezvous, Public Eye. Those were the Gridleys. Those are the ones I remember as a kid. And so I guess the owners.
Barbecue?
Yeah. Public Eye was right there on Overton Square. You know where, I don't know what's there now, but Overton Square.
Yeah.
It was right there. And not too far from that candy shop we take Michael to, right across from the yogurt place.
Yeah.
On that corner. It was on that corner of Madison and whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. Porch and Parlor's there now, I think.
It might be. Is it really?
Yeah.
Right there?
Either that or the Cajun place. But anyways.
Yeah, it's right there. But that's so that's where they were. And the owners or either part owners in Public Eye wanted to do a restaurant, another barbecue restaurant. So Corky's was born. They branched off, and they were the first barbecue restaurant that was a sit-down, come-to barbecue restaurant that had a drive-through. Nobody concept was doing that in a restaurant. You had fast food doing drive-throughs, but no restaurant had a full-blown drive-through that you could go to, sit down, nice dinner. Because Corky's was more upscale for barbecue back then. I mean, you had Tops and places like that were just, not hole in the wall, but you know what I mean, more of an old school barbecue joint. This was a restaurant.
Yeah.
But you could still drive through, and it was right there on Poplar, still there to this day. And that's where he started, and that's how they got into the shipping business. Well, when they already had a hand in the game figuring out how to do all that, so they took it to the next level and started offering it on the websites when the internet came along. So they were
so really they were pioneers. Wow.
Yeah, for real.
I had no idea you were going to say that.
No, that's what that was leading. But so they've been doing it a long time. I mean, you think that's wow.
That was the crazy part about their warehouse is like since they've been doing it that long, it's like you can see where they kind of started at.
Yeah.
And then they keep adding and adding and adding and adding.
That was his thing, and that struck with me too. He was like, we didn't of course we could go out, get some investors and sink all this money into the biggest food production, but he said we started to where we did this in this one little room. We had a cooler, we brought it in, and as we got forced, we would add on, and we would not grow until we had the need and just couldn't do what we were doing anymore without growing. And that struck a chord with me because that was just kind of the same story we had where we started in the house, in the garage until we couldn't take it and had to move out. and so not only did they do their own shipping, they're a fulfillment company too. I think it's mostly frozen goods. I think he said they did some dry goods, but they do like Williams-Sonoma. They do all these big, and a lot of that was through partnerships with QVC, but it's, they're not talking to you unless you're doing $10,000-$20,000 orders a week.
Yeah.
And I mean, numbers wise, not dollars worth. I'm sure it's millions of dollars. But so they have a whole separate company that does like their 3PL stuff. They're doing it right there in Memphis. And so he's like, man, you wouldn't believe it. He's like, see how big this warehouse is? Like a quarter of this one end was all like styrofoam coolers and the dry ice stuff that goes in them. Yeah. And so he says you ship out, if you this week they'll do 100,000 orders in. That's 100,000 of those coolers that you just have to stack because they're not collapsible. Yeah, because
you got to have that storage.
And they're going out. Well, you got another 100,000 coming in, and they're doing it all on this one side of this building. And it's like, man, that's a logistical nightmare. But they had 65 more plus employees working there. Yeah. I mean, it didn't seem like that many.
Because I thought I saw more
of what they were doing.
I thought we saw more than that.
It felt like it. Because, I mean, I don't know. It was like a maze when we got in there. It's like they took us in this cooler, and you walk out of cooler, and you're in this clean room. You walk out of clean room, and you're in the, storage room, and then you got the inbound fresh cut room, and it was pretty cool.
Those folks were working.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, you
How are they getting the ribs in? Are they coming in like we would buy a commodity rib?
Yeah. They come in, and
so they're not breaking any.
Cuts down. They were building their new cut room because he says it's getting to where you can't
source just ribs.
Nobody's cutting them the spec like that anymore. So what they're going to do, they sell what would be rib tips now. Kind of that breastbone portion. They have a product that they distribute some of those to. So they've been buying those separate and buying cut ribs. Well, now that this cut room they're making, they're going to be able to do all their own trimming and
probably save some money.
And their stuff wasn't super. I wouldn't say it's super automated. I mean, they had some lines to help run stuff down, but everything a human being puts their hands on it. They're loading the smokers. They're taking them off. They're taking them to the package room, and the people are cutting ribs right there to portions. And they have some different packs where it's like, how different stores are. They only have so much shelf space, so it's like Kroger's may take the full slabs, and theirs, Publix may only want this size box. So they have to cut them down and figure out different ways to package them. But we got to see a lot of that.
Yep.
It was cool. That was I've never, seen an operation. I've never seen that happen kind of on the industrial side of things of what it takes. And it takes a lot to do that. I mean, that's to scale.
Lots of brilliant minds to put that together.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was 3 or 4 guys that kind of gave us the tour along with Jimmy. And they were all longtime Corky's employees, like, been there since 87, 95, had seen it grow. And so that says a lot to, I mean, the overall like morale of the company was super high. Like everybody you met was happy. And they didn't know us from Adam. And I'm sure they don't take visitors like that very often, but everybody was cool. You didn't see nobody.
Super nice.
Yeah. They were getting their jobs done and seemed to be happy. I mean,
tons of them over 20 years, like tons.
Yeah. Over 20 years at the company and stuff
That's
like that.
unheard of nowadays.
Yeah. So after we did that tour, which took probably 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. We went and Jimmy does a podcast too. He started up. It's called Ribbin with Jimmy.
Yes.
And it's kind of like he does it. It's you sit down a lot like we are, but it's over a meal. So he breaks it down into like an appetizer, get to know you portion. He brings out some food.
What did you have?
Wings. But they were like, it was like fried chicken wings, but they were like drums and flats. But man, they were huge. They were awesome. Fried fresh, brought out, had a nice crust on them. Because he's like, I'm not serving you barbecue. You eat barbecue all the time. I was going to show you some of our other stuff. And he knew that I like the catfish. So for the dinner portion, he brought out the fried catfish. And that was.
Did they ship that?
I know they shipped their wings because he was telling us how high wings are getting and stuff like that. But I don't know about shipping their catfish.
Yeah,
it started because he was working out in the Collierville store. And they had. I don't know if I'll get to that part. He was working out in the Collierville store and noticed on Fridays that a lot of their customers weren't coming in on Fridays because they were going over the state line to Mississippi to eat at this catfish house. Mm-hmm. Everybody in Mississippi eats catfish on Friday. Mm-hmm. So he's like, man, I'm going to test it out. We do barbecue, but on Fridays, one day a week at this store, I want to do catfish just to get some of my customers. This restaurant down here in Mississippi is killing us.
Yeah.
So he started it and it got to be such a big hit that he added it to the other stores in Memphis, and it was just on Fridays. Well, now it's a full-blown menu added, and it's really good. They do They do catfish, they do hush puppies, they do the tartar sauce, they do the coleslaw, and it's
really good.
It's really, really good. You wouldn't think going to barbecue joint you're going to have good catfish, but it's a thing. And theirs is good. And he brought that out. Man, it's got the nice crust on it. And it's a big filet. Brought the lemon. I did it up. He had packs of hot sauce and lemon. I said, all right. So we're talking, I'm squeezing my lemon over, put some hot sauce all over, got my tartar sauce and spread it out. He had to stop. He's like, wait a minute now. This man knows how to eat catfish. But he said they had won they were the catfish champs of Memphis or whatever. I didn't tell him I was the Mississippi Catfish King.
Catfish King of Mississippi.
For me to be impressed on catfish, it's got to be good. I need to text my picture of my catfish trophy.
Not trying to flex or anything, Jimmy.
Not trying to flex, Jimmy. But I know a thing or two about catfish, and that was good catfish. And so we taught, you can go listen to that podcast. I think they have it up already, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's episode 9.
Ribbin with Jimmy.
How long
he does a video and audio.
It's about an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it wasn't too.
I love the format he did. It was really, really He actually said it was inspired by Hot Ones and stuff. So.
Yeah, but the intimacy of where you're sitting down and you're eating and talking over it's like, I don't want to just be a straight interview. It's a lot like when we sit here and hang out. It'd be a really good thing if we just brought in some food here. We all got to eat while we did. If we had a restaurant attached,
like
we could
I
do
want
that.
to eat with these.
Well, see, that was it. So he brings out this plate of hot fried chicken as the appetizer, the wings, and it's got this dipping sauce. And I'm sitting here eyeballing it. It's like, man, I can't eat those wings like I want to eat them. I'd have grease all over me, crumbs. So I was modest. I got me one little wing out, and ate it. And then the catfish, I did my piece of catfish up. And over the whole course of that, I managed to eat that piece of catfish.
Yeah.
I was not going to let that go to waste.
No, I remember you specifically stated when it brought out, you were like, I'm going to let you keep talking, but don't mind me.
But I don't think, I didn't try the hush puppies or the coleslaw, the potato salad. I didn't try any of that. But then he brought out dessert. He brought out 2 desserts. One of them, he brought banana pudding out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try some banana pudding. And then he brought a caramel cake. But instead of just being a cold piece of caramel cake, they warm it up a little bit. And it's this warm, buttery caramel cake, like 4 or 5 layer. I didn't count them, but so I had to try a bite of that too. So it was good. It was really good.
But you had a good time learning.
Oh yeah. No, it was awesome, man. That was like a behind the scenes, once in a lifetime experience to get to go see something like that. And he's a cool dude too. He cooks on barbecue team. He cooks on Hall Pass. Yeah, with James Crocker. That was right down from us at Memphis in May. So he was only 3 or 4 spots down from us in ribs this past year. But I'd never met him, and he's been around barbecue in Memphis for over 30 years. So
Hall Pass is a good name for a barbecue team.
But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
I wanted to go.
Yeah, you were. He asked several times where you were. I was like, well, I had to bring Mark Williams and Tyler.
I'm sorry.
I double booked. I didn't realize that Michael had a dentist appointment, and anyway, I love it. All
worked out, and I got to spend. It was pretty much a whole day. We left here at about 8 a.m. or a little after, and we didn't get back till 2.
Yeah. Well, it's about time to go film your TikTok.
It's time to go do some TikToks. Hey, I'm ready.
So what you got coming up, Mel?
My favorite holiday.
Well, this weekend we got our VIP class.
Yes, it's not a class.
It's not a class.
Yeah, we're doing it's an appreciation for the folks that helped us raise money for Palmer Home this year. This is the weekend that we're bringing. It's a group 5,
top 5,
6. It's top 5.
Yeah,
top 5 people and a guest. They're coming here to the shop, and we're going to cook some of my favorite things. We're going to hang out, watch some football. We're doing a big breakfast. And then we're doing
barbecue for breakfast.
Yeah, man, we're having pulled pork breakfast style, biscuits and gravy, bacon wrapped donut holes, like a cheese and smoked salmon and all the good stuff that goes with that. And then right after that, we're going to cook, 20, 30 pounds of shrimp and crab legs. We're going to boil those with some of my king crawl bowl mix in the big pots outside and have all the fixings, the sausage, the potatoes, the mushrooms, the onions, the pickles, all the corn, all the good stuff that goes in that. The whole time we're doing that, we're going to show them one of our favorite ways to do Memphis-style ribs. But then when we get through eating all that crab boil and stuff, we're gonna have some drinks, some cocktails. And we're gonna do cocktails all day. I don't know if you do this.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary bar, 2 or 3 cocktails, some beers. Then we're gonna watch football. Then we're gonna eat rib dinner, and
You're gonna
wrap
eat
it
the
up
ribs.
that afternoon.
Eat the ribs.
And then you're probably gonna go home and go to bed. And then we're having these cheesecakes that are custom made, little individual style cheesecakes. Or what flavors did you pick? Or did it be a surprise?
It's a surprise. There is one that
We're not making those. We're bringing those in out. We've got a friend that makes these little custom cheesecakes.
And the thing is, it's like a personal pan cheesecake.
Do you remember the name of that business that she started? Mm-mm. Yeah. Anyway. But that's going to be.
You can eat it here.
You
You can take it with you.
Yeah.
It's your personal.
So that's it.
cheesecake.
It's going to be a really, really fun day Saturday.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
So y'all are going to walk them through
cool.
how to cook ribs, and at the end of the day,
Yeah. It's not really class. This is more of an experience.
yes.
It's a.
But if they have questions or whatever,
Yeah.
you're going to answer them, and
Oh yeah. Well, I mean anything, whatever.
yeah.
It's
Very
more about
laid back,
just
very
just
casual.
showing folks how much we appreciate the help they did. So
And then that's
After
our
that, I gotta
last.
film some more videos on Sunday. Film some more on Monday.
You and more.
Film some more on Wednesday.
What did you get in the mail yesterday?
I don't remember what I get.
Oh.
Yes, I do too. A whole A9 Wagyu rib loin from the butcher shop. Me and Mark are going to do a video for that. It won't be released until December.
Yeah, it's a.
We're going to go ahead and
Christmas
film it. Yeah, and I expect that to be one of the best things I've ever cooked. Real, no joke.
Have you ever seen anybody cook a whole?
I mean, I had not personally.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure people have done it on TikTok and stuff. I've seen people slice them up and doing them.
They ain't gonna do it as good as you, Mark.
It's going to be prime rib, Wagyu prime rib, basically.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. And I've got some whole turkey breasts that I got from the butcher shop. That's what I'm doing this weekend for another Thanksgiving. I'm thinking I'm going to do my smoker fried turkey breast. I think that's going to be good with like a cranberry glaze.
Ooh.
So that ought to be delicious.
I thought you were using a cranberry glaze on your turkey wings.
I'm going to do that too. That's going to be a spicy one though.
Ooh.
But that's not going to be a YouTube video.
Yeah,
That's probably going to be a TikTok video. Because I got to have a wing recipe for that week of Thanksgiving. And why not do turkey wings? Stegosaurus wings.
Have you ever done turkey wings?
They got to be good though, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Do y'all ever get tired of the Thanksgiving food by the time Thanksgiving rolls around?
No. Thanksgiving, I hadn't had any dressing yet. I hadn't had any sweet potato casserole yet.
Like
hadn't
turkey.
had any mac and cheese yet.
Let's say turkey specifically.
Oh yeah, turkey sucks. I've cooked so much turkey by now. I can care less about the meat. I want the casseroles and sides and rolls and butter.
I heard that.
And desserts and ham. I don't get tired of ham.
Yeah, the ham's good.
The turkey's good. Don't get me wrong. Now turkey's good. And for our Thanksgiving, I'm not doing a whole turkey this year. I'm doing one of these big giant breasts that I get from Kevin at the butcher shop. I told him I wanted to do a video with one. I said, man, please send me another one that I can cook for my mom and dad, because my dad's he don't eat dark meat. He don't even like chicken dark meat. He definitely won't eat dark meat turkey, but he loves turkey breasts cooked like that. So I do the whole, it's almost like the TX version. It's where it's cooked in the butter and it's so tender and juicy, and I'll inject it and it just melts in your mouth. That turkey you don't get tired of eating it.
That turkey breast is something different. I don't know where Kevin's getting them from.
I don't know, but if anybody needs something, y'all better call him now. He'll ship it next week because you won't get it before Thanksgiving if you don't order it
today.
Well, he'll probably have to ship next Monday, and it'll get to you Wednesday or Thursday, pretty much anywhere in the United States, I would imagine. But y'all should call him and order your turkey breast, because you get these 2 big old giant turkey breasts, and they're boneless, but they still have the skin on them. They're phenomenal. They're the real deal. It ain't like anything you get at a grocery store.
But yeah, I'm tired of turkey. Anyway. I'm not a
You
big
like
fan.
ham?
The ham's okay. Yeah. What were we talking about the other day? Ham on something.
Ham on roll with butter. That was it.
No, it was ham on something. I forgot. And I said, "Oh, it's good. You put a little mustard on it."
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, I forgot what it was.
But I figured just with all the videos and stuff y'all always shoot before, that
Yeah.
by the time it gets to that day, you're probably like
I love Thanksgiving, man. I don't get burned out on Thanksgiving. Everybody, I've been seeing that as a trend on TikTok. People talk about y'all getting all excited about Thanksgiving food. And it's like, man, if you ain't excited, something you either A, you don't like to eat good, and B, nobody knows how to cook that you're hanging out with.
Yeah,
You find some
yeah.
family and friends.
Pecan pie is one of my favorites, and
Pecan pie's good.
that's something I get every Thanksgiving.
I always just load up my plate full of sides without even having filmed turkey videos beforehand. That's why I was curious. Like, I get turkey. It's a part of the dish, but the other stuff is where it's at.
The butter beans, the dressing, the gravy, the hash brown casserole, the sweet potato casserole, the mac and cheese casserole, the green bean casserole, all the casseroles.
Ireland's impressed. It's like, that was rapid fire.
You gonna come eat Thanksgiving with us, Ireland?
And he gets very cranky if he doesn't have all of the casseroles. Like you have failed him in life.
If you just have two sides, like you put out some most sad mashed potatoes and some canned corn. Happy Thanksgiving. No, this ain't Thanksgiving.
Y'all are driving over like, I can't believe you.
Yeah.
I can't believe you
no,
didn't
we
make
want
that.
one room with a table with all. Nobody eats in that room. That's just where you go to get your food out the line. Then you go sit down wherever. Well, it's gonna be great. 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Well,
then we're going deer hunting.
If you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell on Instagram and TikTok.
Tyler, where can they find you, man?
If you'd like to connect with me, it's TikTok_Tyler on Instagram. And make sure you guys download the How to Barbecue Right, where all of Malcolm's favorite recipes are. And definitely find tons of Thanksgiving casseroles and turkey.
There's not that many casseroles on there. There's plenty of turkey recipes.
Yeah, there's plenty of turkey.
Just kidding. Go to TikTok if you want the casseroles.
Yeah.
I do have the core ones. I don't know if I have the hash brown, but I got the dressing.
You got sweet potato
dressing, mac and cheese, smoked mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm. You do have the core ones.
I got the main ones.
You need a green bean one.
Yeah, I do need that.
Definitely.
And also, if y'all want to hear the podcast, don't forget, subscribe to the podcast channel. It'll let you know when we put these out. If you want to hang out with us again, we appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all next week. We gone.